all I could think of was go home, go home. I was within a mile of the hospital, but I didn't go to the hospital. Instead, I started up my car and I started home. About halfway, I live 11 miles from the bank then. About halfway home, I suddenly stopped breathing. I felt as though my clothes were literally smothering me to death. I braked my car right in a stop in the middle of a busy highway. And I felt that my clothes were smothering me. And I started just trying to tear out of them. And somehow, I don't know how, but somehow I realized I had panicked. And when I forcefully calmed myself down, I could breathe. With difficulty, but I could breathe. And I knew I was growing weaker because I was hemorrhaging massively. I was able to start my car and I made it the rest of the way home. When I got there, no one was home. Wife was going somewhere. The kids was all going to school. But I struggled to get out of the car. Everything's kind of hazy about how long it took me to get out of the car. I just can't. But anyhow, I made it in the house and fell on the floor right inside. I hadn't been there very long till she came in. My wife came in. One look, she recognized the gravity situation. She got me up, back out into the car, and rushed me into the town, to the very town I just came from, right up in the family clinic. And just as she parked, one of the doctors pulled in his park right in front of us. Well, she ran around, opened the door, and tried to pull me out of the car. By that time, I was so weak I couldn't even lift my hand. I'd lost so much blood. And when she pulled on me, I literally fell out of my car on my face. And the doctor stepped out of his car. He saw this. He rushed over to give aid. One look, he knew I was already in shock. Now, they didn't know what had happened to me because I was in shock, but he knew that I was in shock. Later on, they told me what had happened. There is a main artery that runs across the back of the stomach. An ulcer had formed on that artery. Well, they called it silent because it gave me no symptoms. And it had slowly eaten away the wall of that artery until it ballooned out. They call that aneurysm. It just kept on ballooning out till it reached a place that the wall was so thin. The day I stepped in that hospital, in the bank door, it had reached a place the wall was so thin it couldn't withstand the breast pressure, the heartbeat. It just popped like you popped a balloon. And that was the massive hemorrhage. Well, they called an ambulance. They rushed me from the local hospital, from the local clinic, family clinic, to the local hospital. They kept me there overnight. The next morning, 3 times during the night, they brought me out of shock. The next morning, my doctor come in and said, "We got to move you. We got to have more equipment. We got to have more skilled technicians. We got to have them in a hurry. So we're going to send you to the Regional Medical Center at Macomb, Mississippi." They put me in an ambulance, hooked me up to all that machinery, allowed my wife to go with us, assigned a paramedic to attend to me, and we took off post-haste. 19 miles before we reached that hospital, I lost consciousness. I passed into a world of darkness. It was so dark that there's no words in the human language to describe crossing the veil. But I passed out in this darkness. I really felt abandoned, all alone.